You caught me just about to write something in my journal, but it was so good that I just thought I'd share it with you. Today I'm doing a live stream and my homie Stephanie, she dropped a bomb and it was so good. She said,
So now that you're aware, right? Now it's just a matter of understanding that nothing changes if nothing changes. So what are you going to change?
when nothing changes, nothing changes. I was like, oh, that's so good. This is an old saying. I haven't heard it in a while. I believe it comes from AA. Honestly, I don't know. Never been there. Nothing wrong with it. Just not something that I've been to. But it's something that just it hit the brains real quick. You know, when I hear these things, sometimes the brain starts to twirling because I talk to content creators on a regular basis. And I've mentioned it before here on this channel. There are certain creators I've spoken to over the years, and they're kind of still in the same spot they always were. And I'm like, well, what are you doing to change this? What are you doing to make a difference? So let's give some examples. And I'm not calling anybody out directly, but if it's you, it's you. And one of the first things that we might have to come to grips with before I get into this whole thing real quick, you might not just really want to do this. You might think you want to do this. It is appealing. I ain't gonna lie. I love this thing. This is life to me. I get the appeal. But just because it's appealing might not mean you really want to do it. And one of the things that Stephanie also mentioned today, which you will hear a lot of us say, and I don't think people really let it set in, and that's if you think you want to do this just because you want to make money, you will absolutely have a hard time because it's not a lot of fun. You really got to love creating. I love creating. Like, I love coming in here every single day, cracking this microphone or this camera, or today's a different camera, of course, and just making videos. Like, I really, really enjoy this. I get a kick out of it. I love the comments. I love when you guys come in and be like, yo, I needed that. You know, keep it going. You know, I was going to do this for 30 days and they were like, keep going. And next thing you know, I'm on a mission to 420. So yeah, you know what it is. It's just like, if you really if you don't love it so much that it hurts you not to do it, I'm not going to tell you to quit because you might find the lane after you get started. But like, I was going to do this regardless. Matter of fact, I've been doing it regardless. I've been on this platform since 2006. And it's never been about the money. Do I make money on the platform? Absolutely. But it's never been about that. I've always had something else. I've always had multiple streams. As a matter of fact, I highly suggest you get there. But going back to the point, I'm hearing people that keep checking with 7, 8, 9 different people, hoping to get a different answer. So I answered a question in a community this week, and I went in detail and explained why the answer was the answer. And I explained that my answer wasn't about feelings, it was physics. Like, I gave the physics explanation as to why things need to be the way they were. I got thank you. Oh my God, this is good. I think I finally understand. 2 days later, I saw the same person in a different community asking a different person the same thing. Now, I'm all for second opinions, but you're trying to avoid doing something you have to do. And especially if you keep claiming that you want to do this. So if you're in the same spot that you were a year ago, you have to ask yourself, what are you changing in order to get the outcome that you want? Because we all know what Einstein says about insanity, right? So going back to the precept, if nothing changes, nothing changes. Are you following me yet? If you follow me, let me know in the comment below. I don't mean like follow with the button. I mean, like, do you understand what I'm trying to say to you? If you are trying to find more time, have you tried getting up 15 minutes earlier? I'm not even asking for a whole hour. Have you tried getting up 15 minutes earlier? Have you tried not watching as much TV? Have you tried picking up a good book? Have you tried disassociating yourself from people who don't want you to succeed? Have you tried cutting out any of your limiting beliefs? Have you addressed your limiting beliefs? Have you named them? You must name thy enemy. And sometimes the enemy is within. The call came from inside the house. I didn't mean to do the horror laugh. I do that. That's my laugh. I do that sometimes. Yeah, like I don't want to preach. It's Sunday, but I don't want to preach. I just want to say, like, are you really making strides to make a change? And I'm recently going through something like this in my weight loss journey because I used to try, start, stop, but I was certain things that I didn't change. And I've made those changes now. Like the restaurant is closed at a certain time and you cannot get food from there. And I mean the restaurant that is my kitchen. When it's closed, it's closed. And I had to treat it like it's a physical store that, you know, when they shut, they just shut. You have wanted to eat many a times, left from the club. You was like, I'm gonna go here and get some eat, and they closed or they ran out or the fridge ain't working, whatever the case is. You just go home and go to bed. You know, you don't go looking for another spot. Sometimes you just leave. Like, all right, this is a good sign for me to take my butt home. It's a similar situation. So again, I'm not gonna harp on it too much. I'm gonna get out of here. But you have to ask yourself, if nothing changes, nothing changes. So with that in mind, what changes are you willing to make in order to succeed at doing this? And it could just be you say, this is not really for me. I want to do something else. And there's nothing wrong with that. Play it. There's nothing wrong with that. It's cool to just do it for fun, but then admit that. Save yourself the drama. Save yourself the what is it called? Self-flagellation of giving yourself a hard time for not doing something that you just might not really want to do. You might think you want to do it because you see everybody else doing it. And hey, we all been there. We all been there. So yeah, that's it. That was a really good one today from Steph. And just a reminder, if you're doing this to chase the bag, you're probably going to have a hard time. But if you're nailing the bag, hey, take it. Take it while you can. Lord knows right now, take all the bag you can get. But I don't know. I really don't know who needed to hear this. I had to say it. So if you needed to hear this, let me know in the comment section below. If you're going to Michael Jackson, make a change for once. If you're gonna make a change, let me know in the comment section below. And if there's anything you want to see me talk about, or a video you want to see me make, a tutorial you want to see, drop that down in the comment section below. Right about now, the algorithm is going to show you another video they think you should watch, and I agree with them. It's time to write in the book. I love this thing.
I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George, I hop in the Porsche, it's 5 and a horse, I'm ready for war, I'm coming for throats, to turn to a ghost, I need to know everything. Now you be surprised at the info you get is by letting them talk, so I'm letting them talk. Gotta keep quiet, maneuver